Hey there, comic book fans. It's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and you caught me here in the car again on a pretty rainy day here in the Baltimore area, heading down to Third Eye Comics in Annapolis, Maryland for yet another new comic book day. Well, there are some pretty good books coming out this week, none bigger than the Batman Deadpool team-up. I've got that on my pre-order list with M&M Comics, but there are definitely some variant covers I want to pick up, and that, along with some other variants and some things I didn't pre-order, I want to pick those up today, I hope. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down and film, pick up the books, head home, bag and board, and we'll do a show and tell. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Many unbearable hours later.
All right, guys, I finally made it back home, and I bagged and boarded all the comic books I picked up this week at Third Eye Comics. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time after work that night or the next couple of days during my work week to be able to film this. So I knew I was coming down to West Virginia this weekend to my hometown for a class reunion. So I just took the books with me. So we're going to do a little show and tell down here on my new comic book day pickups this week. So let's just get right into it. First up, the big book of the week, of course, is Deadpool and Batman. And I've already got this pre-ordered, the regular cover. I've got several of the covers pre-ordered, but I don't think I had the Scotty Young one pre-ordered, so I picked up a copy of that, as well as the Daniel Warren Johnson cover with The Thing and Big Barda. That's pretty cool. And then I picked up two copies of this one right here. This is Batman and Deadpool, of course, on the cover, but it is Assad Ribic who's doing the art here. And I picked these up because Ribic's going to be at the Baltimore Comic-Con this year in October. And I've been pulling a few books for him to sign. And I thought this would be cool to have one in the collection and one for you guys if you're interested in it. And then some other great covers I picked up was Amazing Spider-Man number 12. You got Lee Bermejo doing the cover here. Sorry about the glare, guys. I don't have regular lighting down here, so I'm sort of, it's what I have to work with, right? But Amazing Spider-Man is in my pull list box there at Third Eye, but I usually just get the regular cover in my pull box, but it's okay. Sometimes I will switch it out for one of the variants if I like that cover better, and I definitely like this cover better than the regular cover this week. Also, great cover here from Jay Lee. It is Absolute Wonder Woman #1. This is the 7th print, and he also is going to be at the Baltimore Comic-Con. And I really like this cover and the next one you're going to see in here in a second, but it's got this great open area for a signature. I bet you he signs it probably right there. I'll have to go back and watch this video and see if that's where he actually does sign it this year. Now, the other one that he did was the Absolute Batman #1, and this is the 8th print. And again, I bet you he's either going to sign up there or he's going to sign here. My guess is he signs right up here. So those are really good. I may actually go back to Third Eye my next time and see if I got some additional copies of this. If you guys are interested in me getting you a copy of one of these, just let me know by leaving me a note down in the description in today's video comment section. Now, the other 2 books I picked up this week are pretty much readers for me. Hulk 29, you got Philip Kennedy Johnson doing some weird shit in here, man. I mean, it is some odd stuff. It actually reminds me of the oddness that Peter David used to bring to the Incredible Hulk. It was just some weird stuff, unexpected. So that's pretty good. I'm not as big a fan of the artwork, but it's still pretty good. And then lastly, for new books this week that I needed to pick up because I didn't pre-order them was Magic #10. It's a book that I had been pre-ordering, but for some reason I forgot to do it the last time when I did the pre-order and missed this. So I needed to pick this up. I think this is the last in the series of 10. I think that's the last one, but I'll have to double check that when I finally get a chance to read this. But that wasn't the only things I picked up this week. Also in my pull box was my collector's box that Third Eye gave me. A buddy of mine, Michael Johnston, there at Third Eye. Now, he doesn't work there, but he's a fan just like I am, a customer. He actually went over the weekend before this to the Rick Remender signing at Third Eye. I couldn't go. My daughter was unavailable. My wife was working. I couldn't go. So he offered, well, I asked, and he agreed to take some of my books to get signed by Rick Remender. And let me show you what I picked up at Third Eye, because what he did was just give them back to Third Eye. They put them back in my collector's box that they keep there at Third Eye, and they gave me the box back. So his newest book, Escape #1 right here. It's from Image Comics. So Rick signed it right there. It's got a very unusual signature. That was brand new, and it only came out a few weeks ago. But I went back and I tried to find some really good books, and the books I was finding, they had really good artists on it. So there's going to be future signings for these books besides just Rick Remender. And Secret Avengers was one. He was writing that for a while, and we've got issue number 32. And honestly, I cannot remember what there's a first appearance. I think it's a Black Ant maybe, but you can see Rick's signature right there. And talking about the other artists, you've got Art Adams doing the art right here on the covers. And let me see, I've got a couple more here. We've got issue number 23. Another beautiful Art Adams cover. There's Rick's signature. And this right here, I think, is the first appearance of Agent Venom, right? Flash Thompson became Agent Venom. And then lastly was issue number 30. Again, another Art Adams cover. And you can see Rick's signature right there. So Art is actually going to be at the Baltimore Comic-Con this year, so I'll take those and try to get Art to sign those. And then the other books were all new Captain America #1. I had just picked this up at a local Comic-Con. I'd already had my original copy of this graded, and I think I ended up selling it. So I didn't have a copy of this for Rick to sign, but I found this for about $10 at a local Comic-Con a few weeks ago. So I pulled that to get signed. And of course, we've got the Falcon there as the new Captain America. And there's his signature. And then we go back to a previous Captain America run that he was writing. And you've got issue, let me see here. Issue number, hang on, I think this is issue 4. Yeah, issue 4. You can see they're still in my window bags that I create when I go to a signing. So I left them in there. I just haven't taken them out yet. But you've got the Captain America here. And this is the first appearance, I think, of this character. I think it's, okay, I cannot remember the name. You guys will have to remind me what her name was. But I pulled this John Romita series. I've already got issue #1 signed by both of them. I'd already had a Rick Remender autograph on my Captain America #1 that I had John Romita Jr. to sign back at Heroes Con earlier this year. So this one, got Rick to sign this, and hopefully we'll see John Romita Jr. back at HeroesCon maybe next June. We'll see. And then lastly, this is issue number 10. Another first appearance of something in here. I'm not really sure, but Rick signed it right there. And again, it's still John Romita Jr. But I want to definitely thank Michael for getting these signed for me. I will try not to lean on him too much, but my daughter, like I said, could not attend for me this time, and my wife was working. Some of the future signings coming up, I think I've got some coverage, but we'll find out. But Michael, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. All right, guys, that is it. That is everything. If you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely give me a like, slap that subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that I have coming up each and every week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. And definitely leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what books you guys picked up this week. I'd love to know. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you on Friday. Take care, and remember, until then, every comic has a story.